So it seems like it's become a trend that after every arc of Dragon Ball Super, the Gohan fans once again rally up. They all get together, they all stand in line, and they all scream, "Yeah! Gohan might come back this arc!" I mean, even in Super from the very beginning, people have just been saying this is the perfect opportunity. Let's do something good with Gohan, because, I mean, I guess, big hate train behind Gohan and the disappointment, I wouldn't even say it's necessarily hate, it's just straight up disappointment, started in Resurrection of F. Battle of Gods, it was understandable. There's God of Destruction. He's just way too much for Goku and everybody. Gohan put up his best fight, but if he was beating Piccolo with chopsticks, fucking up Majin Buu, then there was no way for Gohan to do shit. Gohan wasn't doing a damn thing in Battle of Gods. You get to Resurrection F, this is where everybody really started to feel a certain way towards Gohan, and including myself. You see him, he's in the tracksuit, he's talking about he don't even know if he could go Super Saiyan anymore, he gets KO'd by Frieza. It was just like an embarrassment to the character that we all love. We all know that we loved him in the Cell games, and then when he went up to Buu and said, "I don't want to fight you, I want to kill you," like, it just was Gohan hype or whatever. So you get to the Resurrection F stuff and you see what he's become, and there's the counter argument that everybody uses. He's a family man. Gohan never really wanted a fight to begin with, which is understandable. The way Chi-Chi raised him, he didn't really want to be a fighter to begin with, but I think the most important lesson that not only Gohan learned, but I think the fans needed to realize as well, the ones that were fighting against this, like, you know, people disliking Gohan so much, is the fact that even though he never wanted to be a fighter, he doesn't thrive while fighting. I mean, yeah, Piccolo said it best as well during the Cell games. This kid is not like you and Vegeta. He is a peaceful kid. He's a playful kid. He doesn't want to fight, but you need to fight when you need to fight. Like, at the end of the day, it goes to every single, even human being in the real world. When you need to fight back. Like, if you're, I don't know, walking through a dark alley and somebody tries to mug you and shit like that, you need to fight back. You can't just, you know, stand there and get your ass kicked and shit like that. When the world is in trouble and his father can't do nothing, Vegeta can't do nothing, there's nobody there to save it, who's gonna do it? And if Gohan has the potential to do it, then why not use that potential? So that's another reason why I always use that as a counter argument. You're right. Gohan isn't thriving off, you know, fighting and shit like that. Chi-Chi grew him into basically being a bookworm and all that good stuff, but you need to fight when you need to fight. When a threat comes to Earth, you need to realize, hey, I need to fucking protect this planet that I love, and the book shit and all that is all good, but when push comes to shove, your books are gonna be gone, and so are you and your family if you don't use the gift that was given to you of this potential to be an amazing fighter. So that's one of the counter arguments I use against that. Now, you come to Super, and it seems as though after every arc, it's slowly hinting something good for Gohan fans. It's slowly going towards, okay, you, at the end of the Resurrection F arc, Gohan's like, you know what, I need to train. I need to train. This is it. I really need to do something. I can't just keep on letting my family, you know, be put in danger. I have to go train. And then I think it was either later on that part, or it was after the Universe 6 tournament, you see Gohan training with Piccolo. It was somewhere around there, whatever, but nonetheless, Gohan started to train. Yeah! Now, you cut to the latest arc, the end of the Super arc, which I think in a way, Gohan standing back as a person, because he's a good guy at the end of the day, and, you know, he cares about the people around him. He probably felt a certain way as well, if you think about it, being, you know, the character that he is, seeing that his friend, Trunks, that came back in time and helped him at a certain point to be able to defeat Cell and all that shit. If it wasn't for him giving him the warning and helping against, you know, the androids and the warning, all that shit, Gohan would have never been able to do nothing. So you gotta imagine a good guy like Gohan is gonna feel a certain way at the fact that Trunks needs my help now. He wants me to go to his timeline, and I can't do shit. You know, he has to rely on my father and Vegeta again, and I gotta just sit back, and I can't do anything. Like, you could even see in certain scenes when they were talking, and they were in the room or whatever, when Goku and Vegeta came back real quick to kind of, you know, prepare and stuff like that to fight Black, you could see that Gohan was even like, you know, just stunned, like, fuck, you know, I wish I could do something. So you could see that beast, that animal that we love of Son Gohan is still in there. It's still in there. And you can notice that the studio, the people behind Dragon Ball Super in general, have slowly been hinting that there will be some sort of resurgence. And if there isn't a resurgence, if Gohan doesn't have a moment, I will feel as though they've been trolling us the entire time, because there's been little inklings. After Resurrection F, he realized, you know, I need to stay in shape. I need to be able to protect the people I love. You saw him training with Piccolo at some given point. And then, at the end of the Goku Black arc, arc, I felt as though that was another hint. People are saying, what are you talking about? He was just in a hurry. Well, there's a couple things to note. First of all, he's with Piccolo. Last time we saw him with Piccolo, he was training with Piccolo. That's what they do. He came back, he was a little bit sweating. I don't think necessarily Gohan's going to be sweating from flying real fast, especially the fact that we noticed he's already been starting to get in shape. He's been training with Piccolo and stuff like that. So you're starting to notice the difference. But then you also see that his hair isn't just the normal, like, kind of bowl cut-ish haircut anymore. He has the seemingly mystic look, the ultimate Gohan look. The hair is kind of sharp and shit like that in his normal mode. So he probably already has accessed his dormant power. There's a possibility that just training with Piccolo alone has helped him to once again gain that power, which you got to think, okay, if he gained that power, then there's endless possibilities, because Gohan has always been like the golden son. Like, if he actually gave a fuck, even half of a fuck, of fighting like his father or Vegeta, Gohan would have blew past both of them, because he had that, you know, mixed breed classic trope and shown in anime and manga, whereas like the mixed breed is the one that can actually do more than the full-blooded, you know, and stuff like that. So he's always had that capability. I would say, I think that was a missed opportunity as far as even in the Goku Black arc of already having a return of Gohan, which it's unfortunate, but it could have been a really awesome moment, and it didn't have to be that Gohan is the ultimate savior, because I definitely still stand that I think Trunks should have been the one to save his time period, which we won't get into that debacle right now regarding his time period's fate in general, but nonetheless, I definitely think that should have been Trunks. But it would have been as simple and as awesome a throwback to what happened in the Cell arc, where the reason why Gohan was able to overpower Cell in the beam struggle is the fact that Vegeta came with one blast, and bam, that was all it took for him to take Cell off guard and bam, you know, destroy him. He could have done the same thing for Trunks. It could have been that maybe Trunks was having a, you know, battle with Zamasu, merged Zamasu, and Gohan came out of nowhere with that final blast real quick that took Zamasu by surprise. He's like, whoa, what the fuck? Another human, where? And then right there, Trunks could have taken him. That would have been a great throwback to the Cell games. That would have been a great throwback to the bond that Gohan has with Trunks, and, you know, how Vegeta did it for him, and now he's returning the favor for his son. Like, there's so many possibilities that they could have used for the Goku Black arc that they didn't with Gohan yet again. Now, another argument people are going to use is the fact that Gohan's outdated. Even if he awakened that mystic ultimate Gohan power, it's still outdated compared to what Goku and Vegeta are. You know, they went Super Saiyan God, they went Super Saiyan Blue, they're, you know, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10. They're just out of Gohan's league. I think that argument was completely destroyed, especially with the Goku Black arc. The fact that Super, unfortunately, isn't rolling how Z and Dragon Ball did to a certain extent, as far as, like, you know, there's very big gaps between people. Like, you need to really bust your ass and find some secrets or some shit to yourself in order to obtain that power. With Super, we seen in the beginning of the arc of, you know, Future Trunks Returns or whatever, Trunks was getting bodied by Goku Black normally. Goku Black wasn't even Super Saiyan Rose. By the end of it, combined Goku Black with merged Zamasu, Trunks was able to use some fucking crazy weird ass sword, Genki Dama sword, and take out merged Zamasu. So you've seen a gigantic jump between the beginning of that arc and the end of that arc, which is a pretty quick arc in comparison. But then again, there's the counter argument as well, because I like to point out all arguments. I don't want to be biased or whatever, that Z has done that as well. From like when Goku showed up on Namek, I think he started off with a power level of 180,000, and by the end of it, he was at over 1,000,000. So there's that argument as well, that people could jump, and that's not really a big difference regarding, you know, what Trunks did in this arc compared to what Goku did back in Z. I'd argue there's a little bit more of a difference, because there was different details as far as how Goku obtained that power with the Super Saiyan and, you know, fighting and all that stuff, but that's neither here nor there. The whole point being is that there's a possibility that that whole argument of, well, Gohan's power is outdated, is irrelevant now, because we've seen already an instance in Super that they will push people way past their limits, even to the point where it kind of looks a little bit illogical, but nonetheless, Trunks went from not even nowhere close to Goku and Vegeta to he was pretty much up there with them. Like, at certain points, there was an argument that Trunks was stronger than both of them. I mean, at the end of the day, who took out the merged Zamasu? It was Trunks, right? I mean, well, you can argue that it was Zeno-sama or whatever, but you get what I'm saying. And my point being is that all the clues are there, all the points are there regarding Gohan's character, regarding Gohan being able to keep up with Goku and Vegeta. All it would take is the right circumstances, the right villains. We have a new arc coming in, and it seemingly is going to be focusing, hopefully, assuming this is the big, long arc that, you know, we've been waiting for, the next big arc. It's going to be that maybe Goku gets assassinated, Goku gets hurt, something like that. perfect time for Gohan to step in. There's also that tournament waiting in the wings as well. So there's a lot of different elements that are surrounding the next arc that potentially could help to make Gohan the center focus, which, again, rightfully he deserves. I mean, it seems as though all the clues in Super is pointing towards, little by little, Gohan has reawakened. And if you think about it, who knows? Maybe Dragon Ball Super, in a way, one of the undertones is reviving Gohan and starting from scratch with some great development. I mean, he started off essentially a pussy. Let's not beat around the bush. He was essentially a fucking pussy, a bitch. He had no powers. He got his ass whipped. He just wanted to fucking stick his ball sack in a fucking giant book all day long. So he started off as a pussy and a bitch. Little by little, he realized, I need to protect my family. Fuck, having to thrive to fight or whatever, but I need to at least be able to protect them. I need to be able to do things when push comes to shove. So we've seen it slowly awaken. Then we've seen him training with Piccolo. Then we've seen him come back and it looks like he has mystic hair now. Who's to say the next step won't be that, oh shit, Gohan finally, had that push come to shove moment where he awakened some incredible powers, similar to what Trunks did, which we still don't even know what the hell that transformation was. That fucking blank-eyed Super Saiyan mixed with Super Saiyan Blue Ki transformation. Gohan could have something like that or something radically different because Gohan's always had that crazy rage and dormant power inside of him. Everything that he goes through, he fights one really big villain, gets fucked up, heals up. You know how Saiyans are. Once they get their asses kicked and they come back and heal up or whatever, they're 1,000 times stronger, and that could happen for Gohan as well. Definitely excited to see if they're going to do something major with Gohan. I honestly think if Toei and Toyotaro and Akira Toriyama and everybody behind Super at this point do not do something incredible for Gohan by the end of Super, which Super's probably going to go on for a long time. We know what the ratings are like. It's almost neck and neck with One Piece at this point, one of the most watched anime period in Japan. It's probably going to go on for many years to come, and there's opportunity after opportunity. We have a brand new arc coming in. Again, I think there was a missed opportunity with him, reviving or, becoming that ultimate Gohan beast again in the Trunks arc against Goku Black and shit like that. But we got a fresh arc. We still have that tournament in the wings. There's so many possibilities of awesome things we could do with Gohan. And I'm just hoping and praying to the Toei gods they do our boy right. Make Gohan great again. You've been setting it up, and it looks as though Super is going to give us a great treat at the end of the road for us Gohan fans. But let me know what you guys think. First of all, do you think that we've been getting hints this entire time from the start of Super that Gohan essentially and Super, his journey has gone from being a total piece of shit and a total letdown from what we used to love to slowly realizing he needs to protect his family, to slowly starting that road again of training, to eventually he's going to realize that and he's going to be able to keep up with Goku and Vegeta, similar to what happened with Trunks when he started off getting his ass kicked by Black, and then ultimately, he was the one that saved the day. And your overall expectations with Gohan. Again, it seems as though after every arc of Super, all of us fans gather together to talk about Gohan and the possibilities, but Super also teases that, so you can't completely blame us. It's like, after every arc, we get one interesting moment with Gohan. Even having that little flashback of future Gohan and shit like that, maybe Toei realizes, yo, we can make this guy a really likable character, make something really good out of him. I mean, at the end of the day, Super as well has been a lot of fan service, the things people want to see. And right now, one of the biggest things people want to see is Son Gohan's return to greatness. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.